Hello there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel. I have to talk about something that I think is a little bit more serious than the typical content that I talk about here. I really spend a lot of time trying to bring a lot of joy into your lives, try to crack jokes here and there and try to get a smile out of you because you're beautiful, human. But today, I need to talk about something that's a little bit more serious and actually very worrisome. Okay, so Nintendo, big gaming company, really awesome, really successful, probably gonna be here like past the day that I die, those kind of things. But I stumbled across something today that has me worried about Nintendo. And this is what it is. So it's no secret that Sega and Nintendo have basically gone beyond the days where they used to be rivals and used to hate each other and basically put poison into each other's drinks. Now they've gone to this place where they're very friendly with each other and they like to work together and they're basically best friends for life. And basically Sega and Nintendo are great, they're doing awesome and they're really into each other. I think they're a little bit too into each other though. This is the thing. I have a theory that Sega and Nintendo have entered a relationship a little more intimate than we would like. And you know why I think they've entered this relationship? Well, the reason is because I am very certain that Nintendo has caught a case of Green Hill-itis. So what is Green Hill-itis? Green Hill-itis is something that's been infecting Sega for as long as I can remember. And really that just means like 5-ish years. It's really not been that long. But it all started in Sonic Generations when we had Green Hill Zone come back. And at that point, it was understandable why Green Hill Zone came back. Because it was Sonic Generations, a game that was supposed to celebrate the history of Sonic the Hedgehog. And so was like, fine. And Sega has always had a bit of a unusual love for Green Hill Zone. We've always seen like maybe not exactly Green Hill Zone, but remnants of Green Hill Zone popping up in all these different Sonic games. Like for example, after Sonic Generations, we had Sonic Lost World and we had like Windy Valley Zone in that game, and which is basically just a more updated Green Hill Zone. There's really no denying it. But then we had Sonic Mania and then Sonic Forces, which both included Green Hill Zone. Whether or not it was actually called Green Hill Zone, they basically used those two levels again. But it was clear to me that Sega had fully been infected with Green Hill-itis and that there was no saving them. So, what makes me think that Nintendo has caught Green Hill-itis is very simple. So in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, we had Sonic's first appearance in a Super Smash Bros. Game, which was awesome. We got Green Hill Zone as his track, which made a lot of sense in the same way that it made a lot of sense with Sonic Generations. Sonic's very first appearance. You should go with the most iconic location in the Sonic series, Green Hill Zone. Fine. Then we have Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. And what did we get? Windy Valley Zone from Sonic Lost World, which is basically a copy of Green Hill Zone. So, at this point, I was seeing that Nintendo was dangerously showing signs of Green Hill Zone-itis. And now we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And what do we have here? As far as I know, we don't really have a new Sonic stage. What we do have instead is both Green Hill Zone and Windy Valley Zone coming back to the game. And I'm just like, Sega has infected Nintendo. No! 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 Nintendo has developed a full-on STI of Green Hill-itis. But I don't think it's too late for Nintendo. I think Sega's long gone. There's no way we're gonna save Sega from that. It's long gone. We're gonna see Green Hill Zone until the day we die in every single Sonic game. But I think we can still save Nintendo because Nintendo has not been that exposed to the disease yet. They're just developing it. So I come here today in this video with the perfect remedy from Nintendo. I have 5 different ideas that Nintendo could use as future stage ideas in the Super Smash Bros. Games from the Sonic series that are not Green Hill Zone. So here we go everyone, these are my top 5 picks for Sonic stages in Super Smash Bros. So at number 5, I think this choice is a little bit dangerous because there is a risk that it could be turned into Green Hill Zone. But I think if we had to, we need to try to ease Nintendo away from Green Hill Zone. So this might be a good choice actually. But at number 5, I would love to see Angel Island Zone come back into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate I think Angel Island Zone is just such an iconic location in the Sonic series. First of all, it was the birth of the best character of all time to ever appear in video games, Knuckles the Echidna. An Angel Island Zone would be a really great stage to have in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because you can totally do that floating island thing and it would just look really cool. It would kind of remind me of like that old Hyrule Castle stage that appeared in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Like it could kind of be a floating island like that, except we could have the island like flying around actually within the Sonic universe, and you could have some really cool backdrops too. At the same time, they could also go for like a more expanded Green Hill. Oh my gosh. Did I just say Green Hill Zone? I think I've caught Green Hill-itis too. I need to finish this video so I can remedy myself. But anyway, with Angel Island Zone, they could also make it an even bigger island and just have it take place in a environment that looks very similar to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles stage. There's a lot of things they could do with Angel Island Zone, and I think whatever they do, it would be really awesome. It's such a huge, diverse environment. They could totally make it as constricted as they want to or as expansive as they want to. It really is up to them. I just really want to drill into Nintendo's heads that like, this is not Green Hill Zone. Angel Island Zone is not a Green Hill Zone copycat. It can be its own thing. I just be really afraid of Nintendo going like, oh, it's a brown wall, let's make it a checkered pattern. Number 4. This is a stage that actually might annoy some of you people by me saying it, but you know what? I just love the stage so much. I don't care how many times it appears in games. I think the stage is awesome. I would love to see it in Super Smash Bros. And that is Sky Sanctuary. So I think Sonic Generations did a really great job of recreating Sky Sanctuary. It just looked massive. It literally looks like heaven. Like that's literally what Sky Sanctuary looks like. And it's probably my favorite level in Sonic Generations, and that's saying a lot because there's like City Escape, Speed Highway, and Seaside Hill, all these levels that were really near and dear to my heart as a child. But Sky Sanctuary, they just did an amazing job recreating that, and I could totally see that same effort and dedication being brought to Super Smash Bros. I think Sky Sanctuary would just look gigantic, look absolutely epic in a Super Smash Bros. Environment, and it could also be another one of those stages that kind of flies throughout the environment because Sky Sanctuary is literally in the sky. There are some Nintendo stages though that I do think look very similar to that, so if those stages did come back in like a future Super Smash Bros. Game, then yeah, they would not. I don't think Sky Sanctuary would be a good idea then in that case. But in case they didn't, Sky Sanctuary would fill in that trope very well of being like a level in the skies. Okay, at number 3, what we got here is a Casino Night stage. Now, this idea is kind of crazy, and I really don't know if it would work in a Super Smash Bros. Game, but I would love it if the stage took place in Casino Night Zone, and if the stage itself was a pinball table. I don't know how this would work. Maybe the flippers would like automatically flip and like rocket you up the stage, but I would love it if the fighters like were actually fighting on a pinball table and actually like kind of slid down it like a pinball table, you know, just had some pinball like physics thrown in there. I don't know if it would work, but I just think it'd be like the craziest idea you could do with a Sonic level. Like that has not been done before with a Super Smash Bros. Stage. You have never had a stage take place on a pinball table. I don't know, maybe have a player take control of the pinball table every now and then, or maybe just have the pinball table like operate itself and like skyrockets characters, for example, into like slot machines and all of that. I just think there's so many possibilities with it. It would just be such an insane level. Like I don't even know if Nintendo would know what to do with it. I just think a Casino Night Zone level that took place on a pinball table, man, that would just be a new level of craziness in a Super Smash Bros. Game. I know these things. Okay, at number 2, oh, I'm getting really hungry. What we got here is what I like to call kind of a boss stage. So in this stage, I would love to see it take place in Space Colony Arc from Sonic Adventure 2. I would love it to take place during the Biohazard final boss, where the Biohazard has kind of connected itself to the Eclipse Cannon. I would love to see the stage take place during that event. So I would love to see like the Biohazard act as a bit of a stage hazard, you know, attacking players here and there, like maybe like stretching out like this, like that, you know, just kind of like, just like biting people like that. I probably look like a lunatic here, I'm sorry. But I would love to see the Biohazard be this really insane and crazy stage hazard. And, you know, having Live and Learn blasting in the background, you know, maybe even like a techno remix if they wanted to go that level. And yeah, I would just love to see the Space Colony Arc make an appearance in the Super Smash Bros. Games, and I think this would be like a really insane way to do it. Might be one of the more annoying levels that people play through, and it might look very similar to the other space levels that are already in the game, but I think that's why the Biohazard boss would make a really great difference in having the stage stand out from all the other ones. And plus, it would just be a really great tribute to that final boss, because that's definitely one of my favorite bosses ever in Sonic game history. Like, it's just such an epic moment. Okay, y'all, coming in at number 1. So what we got here is very similar to the last idea, but this boss is basically just so iconic within the Sonic series that this just had to be on top. It had to be number 1, and that is Perfect Chaos in Station Square. So I would love to have a stage take place during the final boss fight in Sonic Adventure, where like the whole city is basically swimming in water, and yeah, that would just be an amazing like idea for a Super Smash Bros. Stage, you know, having Perfect Chaos, you know, spilling water everywhere, you know, attacking the fighters, and maybe having it being a moving stage where you're moving throughout the level. Maybe Super Sonic can like fly you around or something, I don't know, some kind of crazy idea like that. And Perfect Chaos would just be such an epic stage hazard. I would love to see Perfect Chaos appear in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because that is a monster. Perfect Chaos is a damn fine monster. Oh, it gets me so wild up, I can't. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. But yes, that would be a really insane level. Oh my gosh, just imagining it gives me the chills. I think that Perfect Chaos would be such an amazing stage hazard environment. And you know, that's just such an epic, iconic moment in the Sonic series. It's the first final boss of the first 3D Sonic game. Like, you can't get more iconic than that, except Green Hill Zone, I guess, because always gotta go on about Green Hill Zone. But okay, everyone, that is my list. That is my remedy for Nintendo to cure them of Green Hill-itis. Talking seriously for a little bit, I really do hope that Nintendo goes beyond Green Hill Zone eventually. I would love them to bring in like a different Sonic environment, or even like another Sonic character for that matter. Like, there's a lot of campaigning for Shadow to be in this game, and to no avail, unfortunately. So there's always the next game though. The next Super Smash Bros. Game is gonna be here before you even know it, and that's an opportunity to expand the Sonic universe, to expand the Sonic presence in your game, because like it or not, Sonic is pretty much like an honorary member of Nintendo. Like, it's pretty much an honorary series of Nintendo, and yeah, it would just be great to see more Sonic representation in general beyond Sonic and beyond Green Hill Zone, because we're certainly not getting it in the actual Sonic games. Sega. But okay, everyone, if y'all like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. But yes, that is everything. I'll catch y'all next time. Riders is out. Bye-bye.